You already see it. You see it. It's time. The time has come. Here we are, Higurashi, When They Cry, Chapter 1. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, this loading screen just gives me anxiety. Just hearing that? Let's start this. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry. The Onikakushi arc will be the opening inviting you into this world. Don't play tough. Please, just enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Thanks. Yo, I like how why is the cries in red? They're already playing around and the game just started. Please do not limit. I will not forgive the world. Will not forgive you. Please do not limit. I will not forgive the world. I will not forgive you even if you will not forgive the world. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Why am I speed reading through this? Is it click based? Oh no, I could have slowed down. Yo, it's gonna be like this. Might as well. Okay, 1983. Ooh, someone's getting sliced and diced. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Someone's getting smashed. Even in the very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. Oh my gosh. It is as if I was trying to convince myself such a silly sobbing voice. And those tears are making a mess of my face. That mechanical repetitive sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. The smashing stopped. Only the cry of cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. I wonder if this is, and yet, when this is Rika speaking, I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's impossible. That's not impossible. She is no longer speaking. No, that's not Rika. Someone else is getting squashed. The only one crying is me. She never cried. And when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion, because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why? This pain, my eyes getting moist. Why is this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Excuse me. Inside me, her voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough, and countless times I wavered over whether I should just throw away the battering thing away. Except, I stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd do better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe it, didn't I? Only I can understand the painful struggle and appreciate it. Huh. Hey, me. Oh, so they're like talking to themselves. I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her, like flowers by the grave. Huh. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm. Oh, just lift it up. Dang. And with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Demure? Ooh, because it will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my and first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. That opening. Farewell, somebody has been apologizing for... Oh, I'm on a train. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong. Okay. You saw how loud my volume was? Jeez. I mean, I want to feel immersed, but not that much. I wonder if she's apologizing for it. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I decided to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Okay, so this is Shuichi. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crop. Okay, what the heck? Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks, the countryside, and the cry of Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness has begun to instill a sense of sincerity, serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines, dang. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. Yeah. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once had been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It is only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can be forgiven. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but it can't be fixed. Even that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she's apologizing, nothing will change. Even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Dang. Keiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused up from my nap. From my nap by my father's prodding. Keiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. We spent hours riding everything, from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city was in half a day ago. We're in the same country. Yeah, it's actually crazy how much the country and the city are next to each other, and especially in Japan too. I've been to Japan. No, that they were even from the same era. Same time period. It's crazy. Even anywhere actually. From there, we take a car deeper into the mountains. I like this art that they use for it. When did Higurashi game come out? 2006? No, that was when the original anime came out. So when did this game come out? 2004? Past where the dense forest encroached on the mountain road suddenly opened up. Hey! You can see the whole town. There, where I live now. Hinamizawa. Higurashi in the crowd. So that little introduction. Well, I guess it's an intro. Hey! Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Expanse? Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air has its own taste. Had its own taste. Huh. Yeah. Oh! Music change? I don't know the song. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. At work, he was probably working into the early morning. Okay, up late night. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I don't know. I remember they mentioned that in the anime. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. Best job. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about it. It was just because it looked easy. I never tell him that though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. Yo, having miso soup, I don't know, Japanese breakfast or just Asian breakfast, they just look so good. They got like the soup and they got the meat and it's like a balanced breakfast. I'm like, I don't know, I like that set style. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I don't wake up early, I don't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wise crack after, yo, yeah, that was really calling junk. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Baonan! First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Ooh, man, between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Dang, not bad at all. Excellent, as usual. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person where we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning. That was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. Indeed. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back to that time, I slapped myself. Missed out on some good breakfast all those years. Now you got it at least. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about time to meet up with Reina-chan? Is that her voice? Hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Reina is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. Wow. Keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate? Seriously though, how long does Rainer wait there for me every morning? That's a good question. How long? I mean, if she's waiting for him, then she must be there way ahead of time. Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Especially if they get there on time? Dang. She's there early. Please thank Reina-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? Oh, they'd grown. If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning! Hey! Keiichi, good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning light. Okay. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so conscientious, and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cool. I'll wait for you all the time. Okay, I'm not doing that. It's gonna hurt my throat down the way. I'll just leave you in the dust without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Dang, dude, Keiichi, he be coming out the hand with those comebacks. Reina had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding. I'd wait for you. With those words, Reina seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Ah, thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Reina. No matter how long. Forever? Reina turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. Oh my gosh. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read any romance novel, Reina? Huh? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was very interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. Oh my gosh. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Yo, considering how she already gets, like, blushing about little things like that, yo. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She says, thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty? They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say if they were good, but apparently I couldn't be like that. Be that forthright. Yo, this dude. I'd like to add something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Reina? Or was it your mom? Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Reina, or was it your mom? Answer the question. Well, why are you answering who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion on them might change drastically. She counted frantically on her fingers, tried to remember the amount of salt she'd used to pick them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Yeah. Reina nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster her response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Yo, this dude playing around. Her face went bright red. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Reina never gets taken advantage of by a lowlife. Ooh. Keep it at that. Keep at it, Reina. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Or so I decide for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Huh. Saying as she'd just keep spacing out otherwise, I called Reina back to reality so we can make our way to school. This strange, easily flustered girl is Reina Ryugu. I've known her for about a month, as I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. Not just her name that's strange. Mi-chan! Ohayo! Ohayo! Coming to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Hey, what's up? Finally! You two are late. Haha. Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Reina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki Mion. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Reina. It's been quite a while, Keiichi-san. Chan. How many years? I was only off for 2 days. Yo, dude only left the town for 2 days. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Dang. Mion's gaze at my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing the point between my legs. So is she saying my crotch? Wow. What? Before you ask, just be clear. I've never actually tried to show it to her. We didn't need to clarify that, but okay. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Being so engrossed with energy every morning is quite the problem though. I'll introduce you next time to be sure to meet him. Oh yeah. Don't say next time. Right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh air, of morning air? I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty. You could smell it fouling from the morning air before. Wow. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Reina began to grumble. Yo, of course Reina react that way. She's like, hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Her red face and flustered Reina tried to play dumb, But it was quite obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. Acting innocent. Yo, how was it? Seeing the city again. Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk, and changing the subject to something more benefiting the pleasant morning. Oh, someone's cooking something downstairs. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? Huh. You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have time to look around in toy stores. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Yeah, it makes sense you'd find it more in the city than this countryside. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Mion nodded proudly as Reina giggled. Yep, I wanted Keiichi to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Oh really? I didn't know that. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. Yeah, Westport. You can... I'm gonna go... Hey, let's go to the store. Let's get some Westport stuff, man. Yo, I'll go to GameStop? Westport. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? I'm going to get another game full of hot action. But this time, I'd like to get a game that is easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. Okay. According to Reina, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. Wow. Game collector. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. Heh, of course. If Keiichi is up for it, I should warn you though, they were pretty tough. Okay. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Okay, hey, don't back down from a challenge. Whoa. Then I will let you in the group this time. I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Reina looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Reina laughed happily. It was such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understand that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. They have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel okay. I feel like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. Now we're off to school. Nice. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there one school, but there was only one class, yeah. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at every level, at different levels. They all study at in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems that something happened that made it become a single class and now stay that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of the children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first, huh? Too bad, I was gonna fall for that again. To think you'd give up on the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills? Mion chuckled, with a haughty smirk on her face. Well, what is it, you guys? Step back, Reina. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Sadako-chan is... Yep, she got trapped or something. Her name was Sadako Hojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talked was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. Typical. It's too obvious, Sadako. A hearty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, Keiichi. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is Sadako we're talking about. I doubt this is it. Also fallen for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Sadako lied to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main ones. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like the sadistic Rube Goldberg machines. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never miss fire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. Dang, that's a hurt. So then, why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Sadako was after, making me focus my attention upward. As I lifted my hand to the door, there are thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door.
He puts thumbtacks on my stool.
Handle of tape, a frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Sadako. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial whatever that word is, of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. Oh no. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jumping rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me in hook, line, and sinker, it was really too late. It was like cartoon sound. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Ki-chan, watch out! Oh, kind of scared me. Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before landing on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! The inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I should have landed. Ooh, I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. That would have hurt. Oh. Hey. My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-chan-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual traps, Sadako. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. Yo, you little... Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. It seems I had inadvertently sprained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. True. Hey, Rika. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. Come again another day. The small and dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. If you rub it like that, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back. Don't ask, man. It's not so much about what you actually do. It's the thought that counts. Yeah. Thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Yay, Rika-chan. Good morning. Or Ohayo. Ohayo. Good morning to you, Reina. A good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Reina, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Sadako. I glared over in her direction. Sadako was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. The complete opposite. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Wah! I picked up Sadako by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I did this. Yo, that's what I was thinking. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. Sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it. I caught my index finger in my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it close to Sadako's forehead. Oh, he's about to go for the flick. Let's go for it. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, yo, I've been stumbling like that when I was little. When I got in trouble, I was like, I did not. Just so you know, my first flick really hurts. Can split plywood right in half. Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people misunderstand. A small hand tugged the back of my shirt. Rika, stop me? She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. She had no one else to put traps on. How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Sadako, who, at this point, was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. Wah! Yo starts crying. It doesn't bother me. Wah! You mustn't cry, Sadako. Keep on fighting. Yeah. Riko gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess these two are the same age. Oh, it's actually crazy. I keep forgetting that. For a second, I was like, wait, isn't Sadako older? No, the same age. She's just taller. I think Sadako could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. Yo. Quite the enthusiasm. As she observed the scene, Reina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Oh, Sadako-chan is crying. So cute. Yo, you can't take them home. Huh? But they're so cute. Yo, you can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit, it's fine. It's fine. Reina kept a cutesy face, even as outrageously ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Reina is ridiculously weak to cute things, and she always tries to take them home. Wow. Object or person? Oh, a person? Dang, kidnapping? Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I can just look, just looking? That should be right. Fine, right? Right? Reina swooned over to Sadako's crying form. If Vigor ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be first to turn Reina into the authorities. Facts. Forgive me, Reina. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Sadako, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from me and single statement, the time moved in the room shifted to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle. When you the teacher about to grab that? I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to sewer myself. Even though Sadako was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bed lamp from before had been neatly tidied up. Ahaha! We made it in time. Rise! Attention! Mion gave out the morning commands.